You know that moment. Your dress falls perfectly. Your hair is just the way you like it. A touch of lipstick gives you that polished glow. And then someone leans in for a hug. For a split second, a thought flashes through your mind. Do I smell older? I've asked myself that question too, and let me tell you, it's not about how clean you are. It's about something far more subtle, something your own nose can't detect. After 60, our bodies naturally produce a compound that changes the way our skin smells. You can't wash it away, and you can't always cover it up, but you can transform it in a way that's elegant, modern, and unforgettable. Today, I'll share 5 perfumes that not only erase that age-related scent, but have even surprised doctors with how well they work. And I'm not talking about heavy florals or trendy sprays. These are refined, timeless fragrances designed for women who know exactly who they are. We'll explore the science behind this in Part 2. And in Part 3, you'll discover the first fragrance on my list, one that feels like freshly washed skin in a bottle. Subscribe now so you don't miss it. Why this happens and why it's not your fault. Let's get real for a moment. The change in scent so many women notice after 60 isn't a mystery. It's biology. Scientists have identified a natural compound called 2-nonal. It forms when the fatty acids in our skin's oils oxidize, a process that accelerates as our hormone levels shift after menopause. Our skin renews itself more slowly, those oxidized oils linger longer, and the result is a faint scent often described as slightly grassy or waxy. Here's the tricky part. You can't smell it on yourself. Over time, your nose adapts, but others can detect it. And while most people are too polite to say anything, you might notice fewer lingering hugs or that subtle lean back when someone stands close. It's not neglect. It's not poor hygiene. It's nature, quietly changing the chemistry of your skin. The challenge is that scent is deeply tied to how we see ourselves as women. It's our confidence, our sensuality, our presence. When that changes without our permission, it can feel like a piece of our identity is slipping away. And here's where many of us make an honest mistake. We keep wearing the same perfume we've loved for 20 or 30 years. But fragrances that worked beautifully with your skin in your 30s may now blend with 2-nonal in ways that amplify, not mask, that scent. Those sweet florals or powdery notes you adored, they can turn heavy, even sour, on mature skin. It's just like hairstyles. The cut that framed your face perfectly at 35 might not do you justice at 65. Not because you've lost your beauty, but because your beauty has evolved. Your fragrance should evolve with it. That's the empowering part. You don't have to settle for covering something up. You can choose scents designed to work with. You're changing chemistry, neutralizing the unwanted notes, and enhancing the beautiful ones that are still uniquely yours. In Part 3, we'll dive into the first perfume on my list, a fragrance so clean and natural, it feels like your skin, only softer. 1. Skin by Clean Reserve. There's something almost sacred about the scent of fresh, clean skin right after a shower. Imagine the morning light slipping through sheer curtains, the warmth of a soft towel around your shoulders, and that quiet moment when you feel entirely yourself. No makeup yet, no perfume, just you. That's the emotion this fragrance captures. It isn't loud. It doesn't announce itself before you enter a room. Instead, it whispers, inviting those close enough to notice, to lean in just a little further. What makes Skin by Clean Reserve so remarkable for women over 60 is how it works with your body, not against it. Its natural skin musks blend seamlessly with your own scent, softening and neutralizing the effects of 2-nonal, that subtle compound our bodies begin to produce later in life. Instead of trying to mask it with overpowering florals or sharp notes, this fragrance harmonizes with it, creating something balanced, fresh, and effortlessly wearable. It's like turning down a harsh light until it becomes warm and flattering. This is for the woman who understands the beauty of restraint, the one who embraces the philosophy of less is more. She doesn't need her fragrance to fill the space. She prefers it to live in the air between her and someone she's speaking to. It's perfect for every occasion, a trip to the farmer's market, lunch with friends, or even a formal evening, because it doesn't compete with you. It simply enhances the feeling of being comfortable in your own skin. For best results, apply it right after moisturizing when your skin is still soft and hydrated. Focus on the pulse points at your neck and wrists, letting the scent slowly release as the day unfolds. Because it's so subtle, you can layer it with a lightly scented body lotion or keep it pure for that barely there effect. Either way, it lingers just enough for someone to notice when they lean in, but never so much that it overpowers. The beauty of Skin by Clean Reserve is that not everyone will know you're wearing it. They'll just feel that you're someone they want to be near. That kind of intimacy in a fragrance is rare, and it's why this scent has such a loyal following among mature women. It's not about making a statement to the room. It's about making a connection with the person right in front of you. And when it comes to confidence, that's far more powerful than volume. 2. Jo Malone Wood Sage and Sea Salt. Close your eyes for a moment and picture this: a soft ocean breeze brushing against your skin, the rhythmic sound of waves rolling in, your bare feet sinking into cool sand. You're wearing a loose linen blouse that sways with every the air around you tasting faintly of salt and sunlight. That's the essence of Jo Malone Wood Sage and Sea Salt, a scent that feels like freedom bottled up, ready to carry with you wherever you go. Let's take a closer look next. What makes this fragrance so perfect for women over 60 is its incredible ability to cut through any lingering base odors without being harsh. The crisp sea salt note instantly refreshes, while the earthy depth of sage adds grounding elegance. Together, they neutralize the effects of 2 Nonenal, that subtle age-related scent, and replace it with something that feels pure, airy, and effortlessly clean. It's not about covering, it's about clearing space for your natural presence to shine. Let's take a closer look next. This is a scent for the woman who prefers balance over drama. It's unisex, neither sweet nor heavy, which means it won't clash with your skin chemistry or feel overwhelming in close quarters. If you've ever felt like traditional florals were too much, or that fruity perfumes didn't suit your style anymore, this fragrance offers a calm, modern alternative. It's as comfortable at a casual brunch as it is at an art gallery opening, adapting seamlessly to your day. Let's take a closer look next. Because Jo Malone Wood Sage and Sea Salt has such a clean, airy personality, the key is to apply it with a light hand. A couple of spritzes are all you need. For an added burst of brightness, you can layer it with a citrus-infused body lotion, something with notes of bergamot or grapefruit to bring even more freshness into the mix. This simple layering trick not only extends the life of the fragrance, but also personalizes it, making it uniquely yours. Wearing this scent is like carrying a breath of the ocean with you all day, not in a loud, attention-grabbing way, but in a way that people sense when they're close. It leaves an impression of ease, openness, and a kind of quiet sophistication. And in a world that often rushes, that feeling of calm confidence is magnetic. In Part 3, we'll step away from the shoreline and into a lush riverside garden with a fragrance that feels both cultured and alive. Number 3. Hermès Un Jardin sur le Nil. Imagine an early morning along the Nile River, the air still cool, carrying the faint scent of water and greenery. You're holding a warm cup of herbal tea, the steam curling into the crisp air as you listen to the gentle sound of waves lapping against the shore. There's a quiet elegance to this moment, a blend of freshness and calm that feels both grounding and alive. That's exactly what Hermès Un Jardin sur le Nil captures, a fragrance that turns an ordinary day into something serene and luminous. Let's take a closer look next. What makes this scent so special is its unique balance of green mango and water lotus. The tart brightness of green mango slices through any sense of heaviness, instantly lifting your skin scent into something airy and renewed. Meanwhile, the soft, watery floral of lotus adds an understated grace, calming the edges and creating a refined, cultured aura. Together, they act like a gentle breeze that clears away the stuffiness of 2 Nonenal, replacing it with a clean, fresh energy that lingers without ever becoming sharp. This is a fragrance for the woman who values lightness and sophistication in equal measure. She wants something that moves with her, fresh enough for a morning in the office, yet elegant enough for an afternoon at a museum or a quiet dinner with friends. Hermès Un Jardin sur le Nil has that chameleon-like quality. It's not tied to a single mood or season, but adapts, making it a perfect daily signature for women who live fully and gracefully. One of the best ways to wear this fragrance is to apply it before getting dressed. Spray lightly over your skin and let it settle into the fabrics you choose for the day. A linen blouse, a silk scarf, even the inside of a blazer. The scent weaves itself into the fibers, creating soft, refined trails that release with every movement. It's not an announcement, it's a quiet introduction. Every time the wind catches a trace of Hermès Un Jardin sur le Nil, it feels as though a little piece of youth returns, not in the sense of chasing your younger self, but in reclaiming the lightness and curiosity you've always had. It's a reminder that freshness isn't just a scent, it's a state of mind. And next, we'll travel from the riverside gardens of Egypt to the elegant streets of Tokyo, where the next fragrance carries a story of grace and refinement all its own. Let's take a closer look next. Shiseido Ginza. Picture a late afternoon in Tokyo's most elegant district, Ginza. The sun is dipping low, spilling warm golden light across polished rooftops and quiet streets. You're walking at your own pace, unhurried but certain, each step a quiet declaration of presence. The air carries the faint aroma of blooming jasmine drifting from a nearby boutique, mingling with the clean, grounding scent of polished wood. This is the world Shiseido Ginza was made for, a fragrance that wraps you in grace but with a strength that runs deep. What makes this perfume remarkable for women over 60 is its ability to purify and refine. The combination of jasmine, lush yet airy, with hinoki wood, a Japanese cypress prized for its cleansing, almost spa-like scent, works like a gentle reset button for your presence. It clears away the heaviness of too noni now, not by masking it, but by replacing it with something crisp, elegant, and unmistakably fresh. The result is a scent that feels dignified without being stiff, sensual without being loud. This is for the woman who knows how to hold both femininity and strength in the same hand. She doesn't need to prove herself. Her quiet confidence does it for her. Whether it's an important evening event, intimate dinner, or formal celebration, Shiseido Ginza feels right at home. It has a poise that allows you to move through the night knowing you are polished, poised, and entirely yourself. To make the most of this fragrance, wear it for occasions when you want to leave a lasting impression. A few spritzes on your neck and wrists, but also, here's a secret, spray lightly on a silk or cashmere scarf. As the evening unfolds, the fabric will release the scent slowly, surrounding you in a quiet, continuous aura. This small detail transforms the perfume from something you wear into something that accompanies you. Wearing Shiseido Ginza is like draping yourself in an invisible garment, one woven of self-possession and quiet elegance. It doesn't shout for attention, it draws people closer without them quite knowing why. And as we move into our final fragrance, we'll step into a world of mystery, a scent so understated and adaptive that it becomes entirely your own. Let's take a closer look next. 5. Labo Another 13. Imagine the quiet rustle of a fresh page in a hardcover book, the sunlight streaming through a tall window, dust motes dancing in the air. It's simple at first glance, almost understated, yet the longer you sit with it, the more you sense layers beneath the surface. That's exactly the energy Labo Another 13 carries. It doesn't shout, it doesn't sparkle. It lingers like a thought you can't quite put into words, an invisible story unfolding just for you. At its heart is ambroxan, a modern synthetic molecule that mimics the clean, slightly warm scent of ambergris. But here's the magic. Ambroxan doesn't just sit on top of your skin. It melds with your own natural chemistry, adjusting to you. That means no harsh clash with two-nonenal, no artificial sharpness, just a smooth, almost skin-like aura that feels impossibly natural. It's the fragrance equivalent of perfect lighting. You can't see it directly, but it changes everything. Another 13 is for the woman who lives in subtlety, whose presence is felt more than it is seen. She doesn't want a scent that announces itself across the room. She wants something that rewards proximity, that invites someone to lean closer without even realizing why. It's refined minimalism, the kind that can be worn to a quiet cafe meeting, a walk through the museum, or even a lazy Sunday at home when you still want to feel beautiful. The key to wearing this scent well is restraint. Because it adapts so closely to your skin, you don't need much, just a few sprays on slow to warm pulse points like the nape of your neck or the inside of your elbows. This allows the fragrance to unfold gradually, releasing in whispers rather than bursts. It's also a scent that benefits from being left alone. Avoid rubbing it in and let it evolve naturally through the day. Wearing Labo Another 13 feels like carrying a secret, not the kind you guard, but the kind you savor. It's a quiet intimacy that only those truly close to you will ever know, a personal signature that stays with you long after the day ends. And in the world of fragrance, that kind of subtle, lasting impression is a rare and beautiful thing. Now, let's bring all 5 scents together and explore how choosing the right perfume after 60 isn't about masking time, but about revealing who you've become. Bonus tip: how to make your fragrance last on mature skin. One of the quiet truths about fragrance after 60 is that it simply doesn't linger the way it used to. There's a reason, and it has nothing to do with the perfume itself. As we age, our skin naturally becomes drier and more alkaline. Without enough natural oils, perfume molecules have nothing to cling to, so they evaporate faster. That's why moisturizing first is the golden rule. Right after your shower, while your skin is still slightly damp, apply an unscented body lotion or cream, rich in shea butter or almond oil. Think of it like priming a canvas. A hydrated base allows the scent to settle in, last longer, and stay truer to its original notes. Let's take a closer look next. Once your skin is ready, placement becomes everything. Go beyond the usual wrists and neck. Spray lightly behind your ears, inside your elbows, behind your knees, and yes, even around your belly button. These areas generate gentle heat throughout the day, releasing your fragrance in a soft, steady rhythm. It's like carrying your own invisible halo. Let's take a closer look next. One common mistake: rubbing your wrists together after spraying. While it feels instinctive, that friction actually breaks down the delicate molecular structure of the fragrance, causing the top notes to fade more quickly. Instead, let the mist settle naturally on your skin. Patience here truly pays off. Let's take a closer look next. And here's where the magic multiplies. Think beyond skin. Spritz your hairbrush once or twice before running it through your hair. Strands hold scent beautifully, and release it every time they move. Apply a light mist to the lining of your jacket, the inside of a scarf, or the hem of a blouse. Fabrics retain fragrance longer than dry skin and create a soft trail that follows you without overwhelming. With these small adjustments, your perfume becomes more than a fleeting note. It turns into a quiet companion, staying with you from morning coffee to evening reflection. And in the next part, we'll wrap everything together. 5 fragrances, 1 empowering truth. Scent after 60 isn't about masking age, it's about amplifying the beauty that's already yours. Your worth doesn't expire, not at 60, not at 70, not ever. A fragrance isn't just a pleasant detail, it's a thread that ties you to your own story. It's the scent of a summer evening you'll never forget, the quiet comfort of your mother's embrace, the confidence of walking into a room and knowing you belong there. We live in a culture obsessed with youth, where aging is something to hide. But the truth, the right fragrance doesn't erase your age. It affirms the beauty of where you are now. It doesn't whisper, "I'm younger." It declares, "I'm here, I'm whole, I'm still blooming." Picture this: a woman steps into a room. She doesn't rush, she doesn't need to speak right away, yet heads turn. Not because of what she wears, but because of the quiet aura she carries, a scent that lingers long after she's gone. That's the power of fragrance chosen with intention. If one scent can make you feel more like yourself, let it stay close. Tell me in the comments, type 1 if you've tried any of these perfumes, 0 if you haven't yet, and share your own signature scent. And if you'd like, join me next time as we talk about skincare for mature skin and how it can make your fragrance shine even brighter.